Tennesseans are fed up with politics as usual in Nashville. This is especially evident in education, where reforms are desperately needed for the long-term health of our state. For years, Tennessee has languished in the lower bracket of states in education. We know we have too many failing schools across our state, and our citizens look to us to fix these problems. For too long, under the old order, selfish political interests, the unions, have been allowed to dominate the discussion when it comes to setting the course of education in our state. Instead of discussing actual classroom policy and curriculum, our local school boards have constantly been dragged into debates that serve to build union influence and power, not the children we are all supposed to be concerned with. This isn't a mere political failure, it is a moral failing. By not leading for the next generation, we do a disservice to the future of our state. That is why I appreciate the governor's call for reform and the opportunity we finally have to lead. From the outset of his campaign and now at the beginning of his administration, Governor Haslam has been a tireless advocate for transforming the way we conduct our affairs in government. He imposed a top-to-bottom review of the entire state. He froze all new regulations. On Monday, he laid out a vision to remake our government in the mold of a lean, efficient, and accountable business. Arguably, his main focus for reform has been education, and rightfully so. He has done this because he knows how crucial achievement in education is to the long-term success of Tennessee. He understands that attracting and retaining the best teachers for our children will better prepare our children for the challenges that they will face in tomorrow's workforce. He advocates for greater access and empowerment of teachers because he knows the key to success in education lies with the ensuring our teachers are equipped with the resources and tools they need to lead. Beyond the governor, we are led in this chamber by a speaker whose legacy is tied to education reform. Speaker Harwell has long been a voice for common sense reforms in our state's educational system. She has seen firsthand the detrimental effects on children when progress is not made. Whether it is on the issue of charter schools or providing the funding needed to make education a priority, the speaker is a veteran of education reform battles. The good news is she is no longer alone on these front lines. With a governor and a General Assembly poised to transform education, we now have the unprecedented opportunity to institute a game-changing reform that will forever tilt the balance in education back to individual teachers and the students they serve. This amendment by Representative Dunn empowers every teacher to be in charge of his or her own career. It removes politics from the discussion and ensures the state's #1 priority is student achievement. It opens up direct lines of communication between educators, principals, administrators, boards of education, and education organizations with no need for any middleman to dominate the discussion. It allows for a collaborative effort to help lead our children in the classroom. Instead of the one-size-fits-all approach we parents and students have to currently endure. Contrary to those who are trying to defeat this legislation, it does not outlaw unions, nor does it take away their ability to be at the negotiating table. At no point have I or anyone else pushed for that. Instead, it says Tennessee will protect each and every single teacher's right to be at the negotiation table if they so choose. In lieu of a partisan political organization only concerned with power, this grants every teacher in the state of Tennessee to have the same authority. Why is this so groundbreaking? Because in those districts that are not under the thumb of the unions, teachers are rewarded at a higher rate for their hard work and student achievement is higher. That is the standard by which all education policy should be judged by, and that is the direction I believe this amendment will take us. Let me end by saying this. Many observers and pundits have tried their hardest to compare this reform effort to what is taking place in other states. They see Wisconsin, where a governor has made it his personal mission to end the negotiating authority. They see Indiana, where the effort goes back and forth. They see other states where this is part of a laundry list of reforms. Unfortunately, when trying to make comparisons to Tennessee, This fails to capture the unique moment we have in the volunteer state. This is not some part of some personal vendetta or partisan agenda. This is an essential moment of leadership our majority and our governor were granted by Tennesseans to rescue our state from unimaginative doldrums that we find our education system in now. Instead of settling for the status quo that benefits the few, this amendment allows for each of us to reach higher for the benefit of all. It gives us a distinct Tennessee solution to the hurdles we face. This legislation promotes accountability in our education system because it encourages and promotes the highest performing teachers and rewards them for the amazing work they do with our children. It is consistent with the governor's call and the speaker's legacy to transform education. It answers the challenge given to us by the voters. Most importantly, the Empowering Educators with Equal Access Amendment will forever enshrine in the Tennessee Code that promoting student achievement and rewarding teacher excellence are the guiding principles of this state's education policy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.